have C, G, A minor, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, G, 2. And then we do that again. Except now we go to D7 and G and G7 if you want. Now that's optional. You could, after the D7 chord, just stay on G for 4 beats, or you can do 2 beats of G, 2 beats of G7. Reason for doing that is that G7 really pulls strongly back to C. So we take advantage of that, and that's another arranging trick that I and many people who arrange songs do. Even if the song sheet or the original sheet music or even the record doesn't have a 7th chord in a particular spot, I'll sometimes insert one just to give you a stronger sense of gravity, a stronger sense of a chord that has tension and then a chord that resolves that tension. So that's a really neat trick that's very easy to do. So if it's 4 bars of G, you could do 4 beats of G. You could do 2 beats of G, 2 beats of G7. Very common thing in country music too. If you check out Patsy Cline and Hank Williams and people like that, you're going to hear this technique quite often. Right, so let's do the whole verse together. And let's just strum it. Let's not even worry about the picking, but let's strum it. 1, 2, 3. It ain't no use to sit and wonder why, babe, if you don't know by now. Ain't no use to sit and wonder why, babe. D7. It don't matter anyhow. Rooster crows till the break of dawn. So they have C and C7, rooster and dawn. Rooster crows at the break of dawn. Now F. Look out your window, and D7. I'll be gone. Now a quick series of chords. C, G, A minor, F, C, G, C, G. You probably noticed that C, G, A minor, F is the 4-chord progression, the most famous 4-chord progression, like Let It Be, like Can You Feel the Love Tonight, like Poker Face by Lady Gaga, like No Woman No Cry by Bob Marley. So many songs. Bob Dylan was not afraid of using some of these very folksy, common, well-loved chord progressions, and this is a really good example of it. So again, that chorus part. You're the reason I'm traveling on. Don't think twice, it's alright. And that's it. Pretty much the song is just a bunch of verses and choruses. Bob Dylan does that famous picking intro on his guitar, but you know, we can kind of replicate that using our combination of Travis picking and the every other pattern. Again, Travis picking, every other. Putting them together. That gives you a really neat pattern. There's so many ways to mix that up though. You don't have to do that note for note like I taught it to you. You can put your own spin on it and do it in all kinds of unique ways. Listen to Peter, Paul, and Mary and you'll hear a very different way from doing it than Bob Dylan did. And then you listen to someone else do it and they'll do it even more differently from that. Alright, last but not least, let's get down a good strum for this song. So if I had to break this down to one strum, if you didn't want to talk about 7 or 8 different possibilities and you just needed one option, I would do this. What I call the Bob Dylan strum. And it's down, 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 up, down. 1, 2, 3, and 4 if you're counting. And you can throw a little bit of the end of 4 in there too, just to mix it up. An extra up strum at the end. Like he does in Hey Mr. Tambourine Man, as a matter of fact. But if you leave that last strum out, down, 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 up, down. You probably notice I hit the closer strings first. I hit the G and C strings on the downbeat on the 1. Then I hit the other strings, maybe the C, E, and A strings on beat 2. Boom chuck, I call that. Ain't no use to sit around if you don't know by now. It ain't no use to sitting under my bed. It don't matter anyhow. When your rooster crows at the break of dawn, look out your window and I'll be gone. You're the reason I'm traveling on. Don't think twice, it's alright. Fairly easy song. If you're a beginner and you only know a handful of chords, you only need a handful of chords for this song. If you don't know any up the neck chords, don't need them. Just play open chords, open C's and open G's, open A minors, open F's. That'll work. If you're not getting into finger picking yet, that's fine. Just strum along. Down, 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 up, down. Start slow. Gradually speed it up. And before you know it, you're playing this great Bob Dylan song from the 60s called Don't Think Twice, It's Alright. Alright, fellow ukuleleans, you take care. I appreciate you watching. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to like. Be sure to click the notify bell and look out on my Patreon page, which I will link to down below. And you will see a handy dandy song sheet and tab for that picking pattern. I'll tab that out for you. Alright, ukuleleans, you take care. Bye-bye.